All right, traders, we are live again. All right, so we have about 8 minutes to the New York Stock Exchange opening. Do you notice how we always trade at exactly the same time every day? It's basically because, we need to maximize, our hedge, like I always say on this channel, the best thing for you guys is make sure you're trading one pair, make sure you're trading one, especially in the beginning phase. Make sure you're trading one pair, make sure you're trading one session. That's going to increase your winning rate like a lot. Okay, so I just want to send the invite to the Twitter community. Okay, brothers, today we're going to be trading live. I'm not trading the prop firm account because I already made profit. I'm just waiting for payouts. The payout is next week. So I've not taken any other trade on that account since. But I'm working on some challenge that I'm potentially trading. So, all right, let's quickly run through the analysis before we start anything else. So let's quickly analyze what NASDAQ is currently doing. You notice right now that yesterday NASDAQ went up a lot. During the live stream yesterday, I was anticipating a sell that if this support zone is not going to hold for the buy, then the one below the Asian low is going to hold. But actually, this same level hold for the buy yesterday, and the buy was actually incredible. It went about 300 points in profit. It's really good. So, well, I didn't take the trade, so it's not like profit. So basically right now, let's quickly run through the analysis. You notice this blue line that I have on my own chart. Let me show you this one here, and then this other line. So it's an indicator that I'm using. I'm using an indicator that automatically marks my Asian high and Asian low for me. So it marks the Asian range for me. The Asian range is is outside the regular trading hour, So after the regular trading hour, then whatever happens there is called the Asian range. So anyway, like there's 3 sessions, especially if you're new to trading, that there is at least 3 sessions of the market. The London session, which happens between 8 a.m. when the London banks are open. The New York session, which also starts by 8 a.m. when New York banks are open. London session is the first one when London banks are open. The New York session, then Asian session, yeah. So there's also the Tokyo, but Sydney, but it's better to just stick to those 3 common ones. Anyway, so whatever happens outside of the London and New York session, I try to pay attention to it because those level tends to be the areas of liquidity a lot, like Asian high, Asian low, previous day high, previous day low. So and I use that a lot in NASDAQ to as potential confluences, and it works. It always works, right? So and let's go to my analysis. As you already know, my analysis is very straightforward. The first thing I do, I always start from the 15 minutes. Although I already know what the 4-hour is doing, is because this market is currently trending up. If you see the 4-hour is trending up, 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 up. So that means we're trending up. Especially since the beginning of this month, we have been trending all the way up, right? So what I want to do right now, I want to mark what I call my previous day high. Previous day high is very important for me because that's like the highest point that price traded yesterday. And previous day low is also important because that is the lowest point that price was trading yesterday. Okay, so for me, the previous day low, no, I'm gonna use this one, is right here, and previous day high is there. So what can happen right now in today's session is that based on where price currently is, price has not taken either Asian high or Asian low, but so price has not taken Asian high or Asian low. Price has not taken previous day high, previous day low. So what can happen? What can happen is if you look at the market structure right now, market structure is very bullish, yeah. And because market structure is bullish, the trend itself is bullish. So the last thing we can just wait for is to see liquidity taking, and then we can see a rejection in the opposite direction. Now, for us to actually buy this trade, we need to see NASDAQ maybe break all this low that you can see right here. If NASDAQ can take all this low, like this low, for example, or even take the Asian low and start to reject, then we can take a buy from there to continue to the upside. Another thing that can also happen when this market open is that they can rush all the way from where we are right now. This market can close above the previous day high, then reject. If they reject from here, then they can come back to the Asian low as well, or maybe to the 50% range. So for me to actually take a trade, I always like to see like one of this type of thing happen. You know, those are like more guaranteed trade setup, or at least a higher probability trade setup when a level is taken. And as long as a level is taken, then you can potentially, you know, position yourself to take a trade. For example, right now, if NASDAQ should take this high, you know, the Asian high, which is basically from where price currently is right now, they take this high like this and they start to reject. It's a good trade to take, like a sell. If they start to reject and give like a sell structure, you can take a sell back to the 50% range of the Asian candle. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. I'm trading challenge account, so I'm not trading I'm trading like a competition account. I'm not trading live accounts or anything today. In fact, I'm not trading any live account until like next week payout. So I'm basically just waiting for the payout on these prop firm accounts. It's still pretty much 5,300. So it's a 6% profit that we made on the account, and the challenge was really interesting. You know, we did the whole challenge from trading the phase 1, phase 2, pass both, then get the live account, and then even trading the live account, and now potentially getting a payout very soon. So if anything, right now, I would say buying NASDAQ pre-market open. But the only thing about NASDAQ when it's almost time for opening is that you don't know, you know, it's like an unpredictable moment. You know, the opening, the NASDAQ open is so unpredictable. Like they can go all the way up or they can go all the way down, any direction that they want. So that's why you can always wait for a proper setup before entering a trade. You know, right now, buying NASDAQ looks good, but we maybe just need to wait for some liquidity taking. And if you're actually buying from here, you will make like $100, 100 points profit. So let's see how it goes. So few minutes to the opening, and maybe or maybe not, we will not make money. We'll see. All right, so it's time now. It's time. Oh, okay. They started selling. That is not, you know, unexpected anyway. They may start selling, but later start buying too. So that's also possible. Okay. But based on what I'm actually seeing, it's looking like NASDAQ now. You can see the sell momentum is happening a lot on the 1 minute candle. Yeah, let me switch to, yeah, I'm on 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm also looking at the trade on another device. I have like a tab that I actually use. I use that basically to, most of the time I trade on the laptop. I trade on my computer. So and there's a reason for that. There was a time I used to trade on my phone and I used to lose money a lot because anytime if I'm bored, I just start pressing the trade. Like nothing is happening, but I'm just pressing the trade. Like there's no setup, but I just want to do something. So I'm actually thinking that buying NASDAQ today might be the call. So I'm gonna hold on and see though. I think buying NASDAQ today can actually be the way to go. Buying NASDAQ can be the way to go. All right, so let's hold on. Let's hold on and see and see and see and see and see and see. To buy NASDAQ, really, I mean, this level is not bad. It's just that maybe it's best to wait for this first 15 minutes to finish. After the 15 minutes, then somebody can actually make decision. Somebody can make decision. Somebody can make decision. after the 15 minutes candle. After the 15 minutes. Let's hold on and see what do we have on NASDAQ. All right, sometimes to see what NASDAQ is doing, I like to go and check what S&P 500 is already doing, right? What you will notice is, okay, so I'm actually buying NASDAQ now. I'm buying NASDAQ from here. Do 100-point stop loss. Basically, your stop has to be here, okay? But the target is also like 100 points, which is basically the high of the Asian high. So if NASDAQ take the Asian high, boom, then that's like the take profit level. So that's potentially the trade. The reason why I'm buying is because the level is already like a bullish level. And even if you want to reduce the stop, though the stop is best to use like the 100-point stop, really, in case they want to like still come and retest all this level. At least we're closer to the actual lower low that they have now, the higher low rather. So yeah, all right, that's the trade. So I'm actually trading that on a competition account. So let's see. All right, guys, let's give it some time and see how it goes. S&P 500 is similarly doing what NASDAQ is doing. So maybe we will see. All right, guys. I'm in a buy trade. I'm in a buy trade. By the way, is there any news that is happening? I checked earlier, but I didn't see any red folder news. Yeah, so there are no red folder news. So technically, we should be all right. We should be fine. Like there shouldn't be any issue. So it's all about waiting. There's nothing else to do right now is to wait. Sometimes, so we already done the first 5 minutes of the opening already. When NASDAQ opens like this, and it seems like it is like unable to go in a certain direction, especially if the trend, like the trend is bullish here, but the opening started selling. But you see how the sell has stopped for almost 5 minutes. It's a strong indication that buyers are rejecting the price back up because they have an objective. As soon as the objective of the buyers are complete, for example, maybe they want to take the liquidity at the buy side liquidity, they can take that TP, and then the market can start reversing from there. So even though, and that's exactly another reason to actually buy. And if you also notice, the Asian high is very close by. It's closer than Asian low. So there's more probability that we're going to go for the Asian high, right? Which is 100 points in our direction. And that's why I'm actually taking the buy. I'm already making about, a couple of bucks already. On the account, it's cool. Anyway, the trade is in profit, but I might go break even once it goes to like 50 points in my direction. So once we're like 50 points in my direction, I'm just gonna go break even. So the buy is actually pushing a lot. The bar is pushing. You can see that. So we're already about 30 points now. Man, it feels so good always making money on this NASDAQ. Yeah. I have this thing I'm thinking within myself. I'm gonna make like my first $100,000 from NASDAQ, from trading in NASDAQ. I'm gonna make the first 1 million with NASDAQ. Apparently, yeah. I hope that this trade actually goes well because it seems like it's facing some resistance already. So if it keeps going, I think if we get like a big push, we're gonna be fine. Oh, I think we're fine actually, because see, S&P 500 is closer to the high, and there's a big chance that NASDAQ will also do the same. There's a big chance that NASDAQ is gonna do the same. Let's wait. Let's wait and see. We're just gonna wait and see. There's almost nothing else to do once you've entered a trade. You don't need to change your stop loss. You don't need to change your take profit, except your trading plan allows you to set break even when you're already like 1-to-1 or approaching 1-to-1. You set break even, or when the structure is broken, you set the 1-to-1. I mean, you set your break even, stuff like that. I do those, you know. I feel like the only trade management I'm doing these days is to move my stop loss into break even so that I'm not risking any more money on the trade. However, when it comes to like, you know, should you change your stop loss position? Well, don't do that. It's best to always leave your stop loss in the exact risk that you have calculated. You know, there's something I need to even tell you. Before I enter any trade, like I already know how much money I want to lose, you know, that I'm comfortable with losing. If it's just, you know, 2% or 1%, I already know the exact lot size to use. I know, so if price gets to my level, I'm not start calculating the lot size I'm going to use. I just enter immediately because I already pre-calculated it. Okay. And another thing you will notice is that most of my stop losses are 100 points. So if the trade is not up to 100 points, what I do is I increase my lot size. So normally with 100 points, I would lose $100 or let's say like that on a 5K account. But then if the stop loss is like 50 points or even lesser, I just use 2 lots. So, and I get to make more money even faster with that kind of information. So so we have 40 points into our direction. So what I'm thinking right now, guys, is that there is a chance that we can actually start setting our break even right now. Because if you notice what's happening, NASDAQ is only trying to break, and it just broke a structure. So because NASDAQ already break a structure, I'm calling that, guys, if you're trading, move your stop loss to break even. Just break even. Don't let it be too much. So I'm already making about, you know, half of my position already. Wow, we're almost at TP. Almost approaching TP. Almost approaching TP. So there's no more risk on this trade. Hopefully we don't get stop outs at break even, which we suck. But it's okay. And we should hit the TP in about 50 pips more. We can hit the TP. So let's wait and see what NASDAQ will do. So right now, this is the kind of like moment I really enjoy a lot. I've already set break even. And there's something I also noticed that, guys, as long as you set your break even, like, do not change it again. Because the reason you set your break even was that you saw that a structure was broken, that it makes sense to set break even, because technically price should not come back into that level. And so because of that, you should try to, you know, allow the trade to keep going, you know, just don't change it again. Even if they come back and stop you out, it probably is going to save you from the loss that you can potentially have. So, whoa, I'm already making 60 points. That's so cool. I think we're going to eat the take profit. Like, you notice something? For most of the live stream that we've done, there are some days that we don't get entry immediately in the opening session. But today we actually did get an entry in the opening session. So, and if it eats take profit also within the same session that we're trading right now, perfect. Perfect. And sometimes that we have to wait like 30 minutes after the opening before we get a setup. There's some that you have to wait like 2 hours. There's some you have to wait until like the first. So 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. Yeah, we have to do like 5 hours sometimes before you actually get a setup. But today was just one of those days, so it's cool. It's cool. You don't want to actually start buying right now because the price has already left where you're supposed to buy. So if anything, you want to just wait for a new setup to form, because we are already buying and the price is already gone. So you don't want to join a trade that is already left. So Do you want to just potentially, just wait and call it a day? Okay, it's looking good. It's looking good. I think we're gonna eat CP if we can get like a big push candle. That would be so nice. A big push candle is going to be so nice at this point. So, buying the NASDAQ. I'm not even tempted to go and trade the prop firm account, live account, because the money is already enough. Like the 6%, bro. This is going to scale the account automatically to the next amount, right? So we might as well just keep waiting. We might as well just keep waiting. Okay. Though I won't lie, it's sometimes not easy to do nothing as a trader, but that's also like the beauty of trading. Trading gives so much freedom, and that you have time to do a lot of other things. So if you're trading, honestly, you need to be doing other things as well, unless you really don't want to do anything with your life. But I would say that if you're trading, you need to have another business that you're working on, that you're running or something, because profitable trading doesn't need you to be there all the time looking at the market. First thing, you need to devote the first 1 year, of course, knowing what the market is doing, knowing what the price is doing and stuff like that. I think I might do a masterclass very soon. After a couple of payouts, I'm gonna consider doing like a masterclass to just do like a really nice trading video out there about what I really think is the way to go about it when you're starting to trade. And my suggestion is going to be that if you're starting out to learn how to trade, or maybe you're in the also figuring it out, focus first of all on one trading pair, and focus on trading one session, and do that for first 6 months. In fact, do it for first 3 months, and be very active on the chart for 3 months. Like even me personally, I also do that. Like most of 2025 last year, I was always looking at what NASDAQ is doing, because it was last year I started actively trading only NASDAQ. Before I was trading GBP, JPY, USD, gold. I trade random pairs, and I trade them with the concepts of supply and demand, which I still use until today. The only thing different now in the new thing I do is that I now use discretion and also liquidity levels of NASDAQ that I've seen NASDAQ over time always respecting, and a specific candlestick pattern that it does create at certain levels. So all those actually is because I've been looking at NASDAQ for a while now. And even right now, I can see a rejection candlestick forming on the 1 minute of NASDAQ. So there's a thing that, okay, this from there now, they might reject a lot, right? I can see like a 1 minute rejection candle that is so strong. That means that potentially protects your profit, right? So, but because I already said break even, I'm not going to worry about that. Hopefully it continues and eats our take profit. And if that happens, it's going to be so beautiful, because that means that we are good. Otherwise, we have to, maybe look for another trade later on. But I do think that this trade is going to eat take profits. It just needs to make a little bit more, I think 40 points movement. As soon as it takes the Asian high, this trade is down. And we're almost there. We're so close. I'm already making, on the account I'm trading, I'm in profit as well. So, all right. So, yeah. So as I was saying, I was trying to talk about what you should focus on. I would say focus on your single trading pair, single trading session. Be locked in for the first 3 months. You don't even need to care about the profit, right? You just need to know that, oh, I'm learning. I want to understand how this works, right? And try to detach immediate. Don't come to, if you're starting to trade right now, don't expect yourself to start making money immediately. Like, oh, and if you're not making money, don't start feeling bad. Like, I'm not making money. It means that you are still figuring out the process, and if you can accept that, then you will be able to start making money very soon, because you just need to accept that, oh, there's some things that you don't know yet, and it does take time for you to know those things. and you have to show up every day, especially Monday to Friday. Just show up. And one thing you quickly figure out is that there are times that you will trade and there are times that you don't trade. So like Monday to Friday, you don't necessarily need to trade every damn day, Monday to Friday. You trade when the setup makes sense, but you won't know if the setup makes sense if you're not there. And that's another reason why you should only be there in some specific time. You can't just be there every single time, right? All right, guys, we are very close to TP. I love this. Wow, I'm so close. I just need like $10 for 10 pips, and I'm gonna close my profit. So you see, we're just 10 pips away from the Asian high, and it's gonna eat the TP. It's gonna eat the TP. Just give us more push, just a little bit more push. Now, in this type of scenario, it makes sense to shift your break even to 50 points profit, right? Oh, I just hit take profit, guys. I just hit take. Oh, I didn't close it, so I need to hold on. So take profit is, oh my god, because of spread. Because of spread, the take profit was not closed, but we already hit take profit on the charts. But let's see if a second push could make it happen again. Then we'll close it. And that's it. It looks very simple, guys. Like I'm wishing I actually take this trade on my account as well. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not wishing that. So there's a chance that NASDAQ can actually keep trading higher today. So in terms of if NASDAQ is going to keep pushing high, where do we think it's going to go? Where do we think NASDAQ is going to reach today? I think the next psychology number that we can see here is right now NASDAQ already have 27,000, right? So that means that NASDAQ can in this session we test the why is it rejecting a lot? Let me at least go here. So so NASDAQ is rejecting, and it's supposed to actually eat our full TP, man. What should we do? So in this type of scenario, when the price already eats your take profit, but you have not closed, most of the time, sometimes it has happened to me twice on the phase two, the last phase two I was taking. I need just $20 remaining to pass phase two, and I did not close because I was waiting for it to really hit, and the whole profit went away. It was funny, you know, and that's one of the things that because I wanted to leave the trade to keep going. I don't want to do anything to it, so I didn't close, and it honestly happens like that sometimes. It does happen. Some people have a strategy that they follow whereby if price is so close to your TP, they just close like that. They don't mind even if it doesn't eat your actual TP, they don't mind, right? So but I think this was an incredible trade. At least it eats the take profit level. I still haven't closed because I wanted it to give me a perfect round figure, but it didn't. So what I did now is I moved you see, it has rejected a lot from that level. Like, and that's what I was saying the other time, how the sellers are going to step in, push the price a little bit downward before buyers can even now go. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So just make sure you protect your profit, guys. Close your profits. Me, I'm only trading competition account. I will have closed because obviously the take profit is it. And let's go and have an amazing day, guys. If you have any question, make sure you always ask me. And my Telegram handle is in the description. You can also reach out to me via any of the social media. Next week, we're going to be having the giveaway of this channel. That's going to be the first giveaway on the channel. And thank you, everybody. I need just one more subscriber to reach 100 subscriber. And I don't know. Let's make it happen. Someone subscribe. Someone hit the subscribe button. So, yep. Let's have an amazing day, guys. And see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. We may not trade tomorrow, but we're just going to come and do like a live party, you know, just see what the chart is doing and all. And happy and safe trading, guys. And I'm wishing you a beautiful end of the trading week. I think we should actually just wait for this 7 minutes candle to finish. Maybe we're going to eat the full take profit. So let's do that. Let's wait for 7 more minutes and we'll see if we eat if I get to close the trade right here. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. I do think we're actually going to eat the take profits, meaning, you know, NASDAQ still needs to take the Asian high, like just by 5 pips. So if it does that, that's a full take profit. And if it does that, there might be a sell-off, like it can sell as hard as possible. It can actually sell afterwards. S&P 500 has actually done that already. So we knew that NASDAQ too will do it. NASDAQ's going to take the Asian high. US 30 also is following suit. So this thing is bullish. You know, you just have to be patient, and that's all. Oh, I was trying to talk about where I think it's going to go, because this is the all-time high. Where else is it going to go? There's no resistance to the left anymore. So what you need now, anytime market is making a new high, you need to start using psychology number, meaning a high level. And the high level that you can actually use for NASDAQ is round numbers. For example, from 27,000, the next round figure is 27,100. So NASDAQ needs to target 27,100, this level. After 27,100, and there's 27,200. You just need to keep giving yourself a, you know, a 100 pip price difference. So 27,100, 27,200, 300, 400, 500, and those are going to be like the levels that NASDAQ is going to go to, right? So, guys, make sure you protect your current profits, because the market structure right now maybe is trying to change already to bearish. So you don't want to lose the money that you have already made. So, and I'm just trying to wait for this candle to close and call it a day. So, and let's see. So we have about 6 more minutes. 6 minutes. While we're waiting, let's check. Do we have any news for tomorrow? No news tomorrow. Let's check next week news ahead. Monday there's no news. Tuesday there's no news. Oh, next week Wednesday, the payout day, there is FOMC. And then Thursday, there is a bunch of news on the Thursday of next week. And then Friday of next week, there's nothing. So guys, NASDAQ is rejecting this level a lot. So there's a chance that it might just keep rejecting like this. So make sure you have protected your profit. If you have not, make sure you have protected your profit. So I just want to see what happens until the closing of this candle. And wow, it almost eats take profit. Just how many pip? Just 6 pip. 6 points. Well, on my charts, on my trading app, I already saw the full TP hits, but I didn't close because I wanted to keep holding. All right. We've got 5 more minutes for the session to be over. Okay. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. But there's such a big chance that NASDAQ can just boom, keep going all the way down, because it has already reached like the selling points. So there is interest from sellers. Now sellers are like, oh, you know what, the price is high enough, we can start selling. So the buyers on the other side, they also need to step in a little bit more. And that's exactly what I was telling you, that the objective of the buyers is for them to get to a liquidity level before they take their TP. And see what happened as soon as the buy reach. Oh yes, it's actually already a liquidity level already, because the high candle of the Asian session was taken, right? So they started rejecting from there instead of actually taking the actual Asian high itself. So anyway, guys, that's a beautiful one. So 4 more minutes and we are gonna call it a day. 4 more minutes. 4 minutos. Oh la la. So we've got 3 more minutes for the closing of the candle. or 3 more minutes. Okay, so we are getting a push also back to the upside. If I think that today NASDAQ is going to go like it's going to sell more, well, that's a good setup for selling anyway. So unless more buyers step in from where price currently is. All right, so 2 more minutes to the close of the live stream. Right, it's time for me to go, guys. Thank you for coming, and it was a good trading day. Let's come back again tomorrow and complete the week. Thank you guys always, and see you on the next one, and bye for now.